Hello, everyone. Good evening to everyone. I'm not sure how many of you are online because okay. So, warm welcome to join our live session from Bernard Business Consulting. So here I am. So today I'm here to share with you about this solar dryer. Okay. If you have any questions, just feel free to type on the comment sections. If you want to answer you anything, any questions about anything, just type on the chat on the comment sections. I'll answer you after this live session. Okay. We will just wait for a little while, wait for some other audience to join us, and we will start the live session shortly. Okay. So in the meantime, I'll just introduce myself. I'm Chung Han. Okay, let me just share my uh, let's share my slide. Just give me 1 second. Okay. Hello, everyone. So again, welcome to this live session on tonight. So today I will be sharing with you about this wonderful product called the solar dryer. Okay, so the title of my sharing today will be Revolutionizing Drying with Solar Energy. Okay, uh, okay, how are you? So, welcome everyone on board this live session. Um, I would like to know where are you from? You maybe can type on the comment section. Okay, okay. How is everybody? I hope you have. In Malaysia now is 8 p.m. So we just have our dinner, and I hope everyone from around the world so far have a good day today lah. Okay. My name is Chung Han. You can call me Chung Han, Chai Chung Han. I am a solar dryer designer myself. I've been working with BBC for many of their solar dryer projects. I have been in the facade industry for, I think, more than 15 years. I work on various construction, building. I even design some of the solar dryer, and we work on a few solar dryer project and prototype. So anything about this, I have a lot of experience in doing facades, windows, glasses, and in the construction industry. Okay, so hi, Mary. I can see your comments. Hi, welcome on board. So there's quite a lot of people online now. So I will just continue with my sharing. Okay. Okay, today what we'll be sharing is about mostly on this solar dryer. Okay, this is just a preview session for one of the upcoming uh, this workshop that we will be held on the 5th of April. Okay, so this is just a 1 hour session, and today we will be sharing most. I'll keep this session as simple and as less technical as will be because I'm sure a lot of you doesn't know what is solar dryer about. So today we will cover what is solar dryer, the types of solar dryer, the principle, how does the solar dryer work, and the economy and the sustainability impact of the thing. So this and we'll be having this Q&A session as well. Okay. Also, I will be doing some this ad this promo for our next live session, which is on the 20th March. We'll be covering on the leveraging satellite technology for EUDR, which is for those of you in the plantation industry. You can tune into this live session. It will be on March 20th. Okay. Hi, Hamza from Pakistan. Welcome on board. Okay, this is and we will be having this free workshop at on April the 5th, just like I mentioned. So this is about solar drying. We will have a 4-hour workshop here, and it's free. You can register, and it will be held in Malaysia, Equatorial Plaza. We will have a wonderful this venue for everyone to come and attend. So please feel free to register for this event. It's totally free. Okay. I hope can see every one of you by then. So today I will be do this live session is about a preview of what we're going to have on this session. Okay. So we should start. Okay. First of all, what is solar dryer? I'm not sure if any one of you who is familiar with it or anyone who have heard of it. Because most of the time when I mention solar dryer to a lot of people, they thought it's something to do with solar energy, which is something like a device with the solar panels or a very advanced drying uh, uh, advanced drying machine or something. But actually, a solar dryer is just a very simple setup or a device to to help drying activities. It can be used in a lot of areas like the food, agriculture products, various materials, these fabrics or waste, industrial waste, and everything else that you can think of. So the concept is very simple. It's just using thermal heat source from the sun to help you dry. Okay. Most of the time, no electrical source are required, and there is electrical source is only very minimum use of electrical source. Okay, and it comes in various type and size. When we mention about solar dryer, there's a lot of type. You can even design it yourself. You can even buy from the market, and you can hire consultant like us to help you design and construct solar dryer at your desired place. Okay. So, first of all, just now I mentioned there are a lot of types. The first type that we're going to share with you today is the portable type, the small type. Okay, comes in various design, size, different functionality of it, and different use of it. Okay, it can like for example, this I can show you from these examples. These are used for drying fruits, crops. It's mostly looks like some DIY stuff. Okay, these are from various parts of the world. Okay, um, uh, this is actually the good thing about this is it's portable and it's easy to maintain. And it can compared to traditional drying. I said what I would mention about traditional drying is that drying under the sun directly. Uh, for example, you'll be drying seafood, for example, this fishes, seafood, you just left it under the sun and let it dry. So if you have this small portable device, it can first of all it can speed up the drying time, and it can also protect it from the environment. Let's say from dust, from the rain, or even from dirty air, things like that. Okay, it's more hygienic. Okay, so these are the small portable type. Usually you can carry it around, you can move it around, or you can place it in various places like in your rooftop, in your garden, in your garage, or everywhere. Okay, you can move it around. So this is the small portable solar dryer type. Is the costs are lower, and it can made from any simple materials, just some simple woods, plastic, glass, metal frame. That's all. Okay. So the next type will be the greenhouse type. Okay. It's more complicated than the portable type because this one you need a really plan how to do it. Whether what's the need of it, what's the capacity of your drying, what's the drying rates. So this one is more usually this small medium industrial, they will require special purposely built greenhouse type solar dryers to aid their drying activities. Okay, so this can be done using polycarbonate, glass, and even plastic sheets. So it comes in various. It also comes in various design based on your budget and based on your needs. Okay, these are compared to just now. This is for bigger. Of course, it costs slightly more than the portable one, and usually this is permanent. Is usually stationed there for at least like 3, 5 years, or even 10 years. Some really good designed greenhouse type can actually last longer than that. Okay, the next one is like the industrial type. It is very huge in scale, so it's used for large scale drying. Okay, it can be used in any industry that we can. Later, I will share with you what type of industry is suitable for this type of industrial. Actually, this is more for large scale type of drying. Okay, so okay, I'll give you some examples here. So we can see the left one, the left column is the portable, then the green one at the center, and the industrial one at the right side. So the portable and the greenhouse type is more on the food, let's say herbs. You can dry fruits, you can dry vegetables. The greenhouse type is used for slightly larger stuff. For example, meat, to preserve meat, can use for textile industry. For example, if you want to dry some cloth and all that, can be used in food waste, seafood, for example, a larger size one, because the portable size is usually for very tiny and small items, tea leaves, things like that. And the industrial one is interesting because it can be used to dry actually anything that you can think of, even construction materials like furniture. You will want those in the furniture industry, they want to dry their wood faster because wood is usually there's a lot of moisture inside. Okay, it can even be used to dry pulps, for example, coconut pulps, palm oil pulps. Okay, uh, industrial waste, uh, even sludge. Like for those in the wastewater management, they want to dry their pulp. This one is very suitable. And then, of course, the food industry, which you all know, which the food industry, which is most of the time the solar dryer is used in. Also, lately there has been some people who are venture in the technologies sector, for example, the silicon industry. They also try to starting to venture into this solar dryer. Okay, okay. I just do a simple comparison on how what's the pros and cons on this solar dryer. Okay, of course, if I put traditional sun drying, just you left your things your food outside this traditional sun drying, and I compare to a solar dryer and compare to an electrical dryer. Of course, there are pros and cons of each of them. Okay, cost wise, solar dryer. Okay, you compare to electrical dryer, you spend a lot of on energy bills, on electrical bills. Solar dryer, the most, of course, you need the cost, the energy cost, the cost and the energy cost for it is not that much. You maybe just need a bit of electrical use for, let's say, the fan, the lighting, uh, um, the setup. Okay, okay. Got the most important thing is the drying time. Okay, compared to electrical, of course, it's a bit slower, but compared to sun drying, it's actually much more faster. Can be 3 times, 5 times, or even 10 times faster than traditional drying. So if you have a business, let's say you're doing your medical herbs drying under the sun now. If you switch to solar dryer, it can be at least like maybe dry your herbs can be dried like 3 times or 5 times or even faster than that. Okay, so compared to electrical dryer, which you need to spend a lot of money invest on the electrical bill. Solar dryer can give you can get the job done in almost free. Okay, for food safety wise, both for the solar dryer and the electrical dryer is because it insulate itself from the environment, so it's quite safe, it's quite hygiene. Okay, maintenance wise, of course, it's low because it's simple. Electrical dryer, there's a lot of maintenance on there. You need to service and you need to maintain and all that. So, and then for production wise, both are high. The solar dryer and electrical dryer can yield have a very high production yield. So you can that means they can get the job done faster. Okay, carbon footprint, of course, solar dryer is always there's almost the carbon footprint is almost as low as none. Okay, compared to what the electrical dryer. Okay, and both can be integrated. You can integrate in your to your IoT session. You can record the data. You can process. You can record and process the data later. Both can be technological integrated. Okay. So far, anyone can get. I hope you can follow me so far. So far, so good, right? Yeah. Hi. Okay. So let's move on. Okay. The benefits, of course, just now I mentioned the most important thing is that the fast drying time and the energy saving. I compared this. I'm sure a lot of industry out there who still using the electrical drying method. So if you what this solar drying technology can do is it save you a lot of time. Save you a lot of time as compared to traditional drying, and it save you a lot of cost if compared to the electrical drying. Okay, food safety, high production quality. The quality itself is guaranteed, I can say, okay, and low maintenance. So this is the benefit of solar drying. Just to give you a bit of a recap to just now the comparison I have shared just now. Okay, so now, okay, I'm sure a lot of you will be asking, how does a solar dryer works? So now I'm going to share a bit on how the principle, the working principle of solar drying. Okay, I'll share this whatever I shared now is just a preview. So during the 4-hour workshop on April, we will share more in details and more in depth on this. I'll give you more example. You can even have some hands-on example and hands-on workshop on how these things works. Okay, uh, okay. Working principle is actually there's 5 elements there. The most important thing, of course, the solar heat, the heat source. You need the heat source for this solar dryer to work, and the heat retainment. When we got the heat, how you retain the heat and how to insulate that. The ventilation, the circulation of air inside, the humidity control, and the temperature control. These are the 5 elements that is vital for this the solar dryer to work. Okay. Uh, so we will get to each of it one by one. First of all, is the heat source. If you know, there's heat source is there's two types. There's a direct heat and the indirect heat. Okay, the direct heat means that the sunlight, the exposure of the heat source is directly into to the things that you're going to dry. For example, here is the food. Okay, this is the exposed directly. The indirect heat means that the the heat wasn't directly transferred to the things that are going to dry, like the food, but is rather channel to it. It means that the heat source is heating some other elements for the example here is the metal plate, and then we channel the heat from the metal plate to the food. In this way, there's pros and cons. The thing is that for the direct heat one, your food is exposed to some elements like the UV rays, and the indirect heat one it doesn't. It was shield. Okay, the pros and cons. The pros is like direct heat, you get more heat source faster. The indirect heat is the heat source is distributed slower, but both has its pros and cons. Okay, okay. So we move on to next. The second one is the heat insulation. What do I mean by that? Because when just now we say one of the important element is the heat. When you got the heat, how do you insulate the heat and how do you amplify it? Okay. For example, the environment temperature outside is about 30 degrees Celsius or about 40 degrees Celsius. But is that enough for you to dry the food? For the drying, it's not, obviously not. Sometimes for some drying, you need heat as high as 70 or 80 degrees Celsius. So what do we do with it? We need insulation chamber. And we can design the insulation chamber in a lot of ways. Okay, we can design it with a different shape, different size. What material do we use? Do we use a reflective material or absorption material who can absorb heat? And what type of material do you use? Can use. There's a lot of things we can select from: metal, wood, glass, and other things that you can think of. Okay, is really based on what is your requirement and what is your purpose of the drying. Okay, and of course the design, the size, whether it's as for food or other material that you're going to dry. Okay, so this is the insulation. That means the chamber. You have to design something to keep the heat. Okay. After you have the heat source and the chamber to keep the heat, you will need a ventilation. That means the circulation, the convection. Okay. You have to have a healthy airflow from the air to get inside the chamber and to where the air is where the air exits again, and that also how you design the circulation internally inside the chamber. These two elements is very important for you to dry the food effectively. Okay. After that will be the control, the humidity control. You need to make sure that inside is dry. So how you control the airflow and then the humidity. You need to make sure that in order to dry effectively, the humidity level is always low. So how do you do that? So okay, and of course the temperature control. You have to make sure that is within your the healthy limit for your food or whatever to dry effectively. Okay, it cannot be too high. Okay, it cannot be too low. Okay, and how do you maintain that? So this is how you design your solar dryer to uh, uh, work within your design limit. Okay. Okay. So far, so good. Anyone? We have okay. Uh, so I would like to proceed now. Of course, this just now what I was sharing was about how the solar dryer works. Okay, and then what is the purpose of you using the solar dryer? Okay, uh, uh, what is the for now I will be covering a lot the economy and the sustainability impact. Okay, of course, one of the reason you use besides drying is because of the food safety. Okay, you need to the benefit of it. Okay, you let's say you dry tomatoes or you dry cucumber under the sun. Okay, it may dry in let's say 1 or 2 days, but leave it underexposed from the environment, from the dust, direct sunlight, and all that. Maybe the food will be spoiled, or even the nutrient will be lost. So the benefit of using solar dryer is that it helps you to preserve the nutrients well. Okay, because if you use the indirect sunlight, it will preserve the nutrient more because there's no exposure to UV lights. Okay, uh, it will meet food safety standards. For example, we have been working with some of the agencies that regulates food safety because it was produced in it's a closed environment, which is safe. So it meets certain food safety standard. Then for some of you who are in the food industries, who um, and what do you call it? This food industry who needs to have this certification, for example, halal certificates or HACCP or whatever. So this is a consideration for you. Okay, of course, it's low maintenance. It's just you don't need to invest in a lot of heater. You just need normal maintenance of it, cleaning. That's all. There's no other complicated stuff. The most of it, what I can think of, the only maintenance you need to maintain is just the cleaning of the solar dryer regularly, and that's the only maintenance you would require. Okay, most of the time. Okay. Okay, what about the industry? Okay, for industry, usually industry drying, usually what they have now is using electrical dryer, which requires a lot of electrical source, electrical this energy costs as well. So and then it's expensive. Of course, industrial size electrical dryer can cost a lot. So by comparison, industrial solar dryer is much more cheaper and lower in investment. The good thing is because it totally wipes out the electrical cost, the energy bill can go reduced by as much as 90%. The only energy you require for the dryer is maybe for the fan, like I said just now, for the fan, for the if you have IoT, the software, the lights, that's all. That's all you need. Okay, and the carbon reduction. Those who are in the industry has a lot of green initiative or green goal. It helps you to get a lot of reduce a lot of your carbon footprint. Okay. Okay. Some of you may be asking, okay, what if I invest in a solar dryer? What is the payback period? It's very hard to say. It can be between few months to maybe few years. Usually, by average, is about 1 to 3 years. Okay, because one of the example is that you can save up to 90% on energy bills. Okay, we have a case study on this one of our clients, which is doing this salt, what do you call this, seafood drying, because usually he's spending like 1,200, 1,500 on electrical bills because previously he's using this electrical dryer. So imagine those just cut the cost out, the electrical cost out of it. So 1 year he can save up to like 25,000 or even more a year. Also, I have another example, which is another client, which is doing the fabric. Usually, after the fabric, after they dye the fabric, they put in the electrical dryer to let it dry. Usually, this is it dries within like 10 minutes or so. The things will be dry. But if you put in the solar dryer, he built this. Greenhouse solar dryer. It the things dries in about like 2 hours or slightly more, 2 hours. But in the end, he saved a lot on the electrical costs. The cost it can be up to his previous bill is like maybe 2 to 3,000 a month on the electrical bill. So that one is totally can save totally. 1 year is like maybe 30, 40,000 on that. So you can imagine that one. So that is actually it will start paying back because if you use a good solar dryer, you can use it up to maybe like more than 10 years. So that is actually what your saving is. Okay, there is also government incentive on financing you to industry to go for this type of green initiative. So many parts of the world, for example, in Malaysia, we have all these green technology financial schemes, tax exemptions, and grants, and all that. So all this information will be available on the workshop on April. So we will share more on this. It will give you examples. It will give you leads to how to go for this type of uh, uh, how to get this type of grants and all that. Okay, so okay. Anyone have questions so far? Let me see. Okay, so I have a few questions here. Okay, never mind. Before I go to your, because we will have Q&A session after this. Uh, Usually, I'm sure a lot of you will be asking, what is the challenges of having a solar dryer? For example, what if I think I'm sure a lot of you will be asking, what if I put my solar dryer? What if there's no sun? What if it's raining season? Or what if or the weather problem or things like that? There's always solutions to overcome that. Okay, for example, if you are in a high humidity environment, what do? You use better ventilation, you increase the airflow rate, use some desiccants or other heater source. Or okay, what if it's slow drying? You can use a heat absorbing material. You can change the material. You can even opt to use a hybrid dryer, which is a solar dryer combining with a bit of electrical heater. You can even install solar panels to store your energy for use this type of where you can use environment things like eco solutions. What I'm trying to say is eco solutions. You can use solar panel. You can use this solar sand battery to store your heat for to use later. Okay, what if it's raining weather? Then you use for covered dryers. Uh, or you use external heat source, for example, UV light. A UV lamp. Uh, this electrical drying. You can actually install hybrid dryer or technology integrated dryer to help aid your system. Okay, this one I will be covering more on the workshop because we will have a bit of a solar dryer design workshop. So after you attend, I'm sure you can differentiate and you can identify what type of solar dryer is you will be needed for your business, your industry, or your clients, or even yourself. Okay, you'll be you will have the knowledge to answer all this yourself, to justify yourself. Okay, so now we are on the Q&A side. I see a few questions here. So okay, hi. Okay, we go to the questions. Okay, let's say this uh, one location. I'm not sure whether I identify your name correctly. So you're asking the how to make the energy reduction increase to 100%. You understand that there's an apparatus that can't be powered by the solar. Okay, what is the modification for 100% solar power? Okay, I'm not sure what do you mean by solar power here. Do you mean by solar panels or how? Okay. Um, uh, you actually, okay. Just now I mentioned that you can reduce your solar this I mean electrical bill up to 90%. This is actually very conservative. You know, the solar power outside is almost free. Okay, so by right, it's supposed to be 100%, but we have to sometimes we also have to allow a bit of this electrical source for electrical power source. For example, for your ventilation vent, the fan, for it to function well, and also for some basic um, setup. For example, if you have, I give you example, this greenhouse solar dryer. So when you build the greenhouse solar dryer, there's the size of a house. You need to have a power source for your ventilation fan, your lighting, and even a bit of extra power source for maybe your IoT, your computer monitor, your data collector, and things like that. Okay, so just now the 90% is a bit conservative. Actually, sometimes it may go up to 98 or 99%. Okay, so I'm not sure whether that is your question. So if you want to use like 100%, so 100%, maybe you will subsidize the electrical power to maybe a solar panel. You maybe that means you combine your greenhouse solar dryer and you install a solar panel on top of your roof of the building. Then you channel you get the solar energy free from the sun. So it means you don't have to pay for anything. But the one comes in a higher investment cost. So you need to justify what is your budget, what is your need for that. Okay, okay. Just let me know if I didn't answer your question. Anyway, like I said just now, all this will be elaborate more, and I will share more during the 4-hour workshop later. Okay. Okay. Can you elaborate in detail if one of the use hybrid dryer? Okay. Wait. Are you still eligible for tax exemption? Okay. This is interesting because the tax exemption. Okay. It will be, it's hard to say because this one, for tax exemption, you need to go through a lot of process. You need to go through audit. You need someone to certify that this product actually helps you reduce the your carbon footprint. Uh, we'll share more on that because this is actually a bit complicated. The answer is yes and no because if your setup is properly set up and can get someone to certify that you can bring down certain carbon value, then you might be able to get for tax exemption. Okay, we will share more on the workshop itself, the 4 hours. Okay, we will have a guideline on how to go towards that way. Okay. Okay. Any more questions? What's your comment on, I cannot see. What's your comment on solar panel lifetime? What do you mean by solar panel? Is it the electrical solar panel? So how has the technology advanced in terms of solar panel longevity? Yeah, if you mention solar panel means the solar panel for collecting this a solar photovoltaic panel, you mean? Because we are covering more on this solar dryer, which doesn't require any conversion from solar to electricity. It's just direct heat to use for drying. So this one I don't think I can I can comment much on that. Okay. Okay. From Ekmal, some question: can we have a hybrid dryer for preparation for monsoon season or palm anti-branch, or can we integrate the solar dryer with EFP storage? What is EFP? Can you just share with me what is this EFP? Huh?
Anti-fruit branch. Anti-fruit branch.
Oh, anti-fruit branch. Okay. The solar dryer registered under my hijau directly to claim GIT from my MGTC. Okay, I answer the last one yet is not yet, but I'm sure there's someone working on this already. Okay. Okay. Can we set up a hybrid solar dryer for preparation for monsoon season? Yes. Okay. Um, we have a project we just last year, I think we just did a solar dryer for one of our clients in Sabah. So, and the things that we can do is that there's a few way of doing it. One is that you have to usually in this way you have to go for a solar already. I mean the hybrid solar dryer. So what you can do is that you need to have an additional, I mean, a backup source of heat power. Usually, what you can do is the solar dryer you can back up it with additional heat source. Uh, like maybe you can temporarily use if you need to maintain your productivity, you can temporarily use a electrical dryer, or you can also there's a more complex setup on it. For example, uh, there's this technology called solar sun battery. You need to you can store this solar heat in sand, and can you the sand can actually store for heat up to maybe like 600 degrees Celsius, and it can last for a few months if it is properly stored that way. Of course, also you can convert it into a normal battery. You store the using solar panel, for example, solar photovoltaic panel. You store the sun's energy into a normal battery, and it used for this monsoon season. Yes, it's unfortunately one of the cons of the solar panel is that when there's a lack of sun, then you will have a problem. But like I say, when there's a problem, there's always a solution. You can use other material to generate your heat. Okay, and also depends on the insulation. Okay, the insulation part. If you the heat source was insulated properly, it can last for longer time. Okay, for example, let's say during monsoon season, you only have 2 hours of sun every day instead of 6 or 8 hours. So how do you collect the 2 hours of sun power available and and stored and used for a longer period of the day? So 2 hours of sun you can use for, let's say, 6 hours or 5 hours or 8 hours. This is how we design the solar dryer to work effectively. Yes, there is way, but it depends on, of course, the productivity and the efficiency will be reduced, but it still can be used. Okay. Uh, what is that? Okay. What if it's the raining season, how can the solar dryer be? Same, just like it's the same question like just now. Mr. Ekmal was asking about what if it's a monsoon season? Okay, it's the thing. It's how we utilize the availability of the heat source during the day, maybe very minimum 1 or 2 hours or 3 hours. Then how do we collect the 3 hours of heat and distribute it to use for like 6 or 8 hours. It There's a lot of examples on that. We will share more on the workshop. Yes, it can be done, but maybe not as efficiency as you have an 8 hour sunlight every day. But it still can. It's still possible. Okay. Can you elaborate, Mr. One Leg KH is asking, can you elaborate in detail if one were to use solar dairy? Are you still? This one I already answered. Okay, so already answered. So, any more questions? If so, okay. So, so anyone have any more questions? Okay. So if no, I'll be carry on with the presentation. Okay, just let me share my slides for a while. Okay, let's go back to the slide. Okay, so we from BBC also we have a few solar dryer products. Okay, you can go to this website and visit. We have a portable one which we call solar air dryer. It's very interesting. Is this is actually um, a simple, very simple setup, but very efficient. Okay, we design it ourselves. We have patents on that. This is this, and then the good thing about this is it can be DIY and it's lightweight and it is suitable to use in many type of drying products. For example, herbs, flour, meat, vegetations, tea leaves. Okay, and you can push it around. It's very simple setup. You don't need to worry about rain. It's waterproof. And then it's very efficient. Okay, we also have this greenhouse type designed by us. It's called greenhouse solar dryer. The website is there. You can visit this to know more about it. So again, and then also we can customize and design suitable solar dryer for your business, your needs. Okay. Okay. Okay, I have another question here from Mike. He's asking that whether do you recommend using sands or other materials to store and spread solar heat over time? Um, Depends on your needs and yes, because sand is a very good even sand or stones or even hard materials is a very good options for storing heat for use. But you say you need to spread solar heat over time is difficult because heat disperse unless you have a very good insulator to store your heat. Okay, some yes we have seen solar sand battery who can store heat for up to even as long as 6 months. It's possible, but it's all depends on whether how can we design to the for proper use. Yes, sand is one of the material. Sand and or stone is one of the materials that we recommend. Okay, otherwise if otherwise is normal battery. So battery is more efficient. You want to store for longer time. Battery it means you have to convert your solar energy to electricity and store on a normal battery. It's also one of the options. But if you want a totally green and totally nature product, yes, so there's sand, even stones, or even some of the metals is a suitable. But sand is usually the recommended material because it's available, it's cheap, and you can get it anywhere. Okay. Okay, so I need to promote my workshop again. It's on April the 5th, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Malaysia time. It will be held in Equatorial Plaza, or we call it EQ here, in Malaysia. So there's only 12 spots available. So I hope I can see you there because there's actually a lot more that I want to share. But due to time constraint, I cannot share so much today. So you just register from the link or from this QR code here. There will be link on our LinkedIn page also. Okay, so I hope you can come, and we will have a lot of more interesting sharing, a workshop, a hands-on, and we'll be sharing more informations on the applications of solar dryer. Just now someone mentioned the grant, the tax exemption. We will share some info during the workshop. Okay, I hope I can see you there by then. So if there's no more question, we can maybe end our sessions now. Okay. So thank you very much, everyone, for your time. I am Chung Han. So it's an honor for me to come and to do this sharing session with you today. So thank you very much. Okay.